Here and ask you a little bit about you said a lot about the climate change and your research. Can you express your feelings and your thoughts about it?
Yeah, well, first, thank you so much for having me here. And I would think living here in Punta Arenas, you can probably experience a lot of the changes, but all over the world, of course, climate change is affecting us. And where I live in Colorado, that means drier, it means more fires, which has been really scary for the folks living there. But of course, we can see this happening all over the world. But we're living in an amazing time, I think, where governments are really waking up that we need to change some things. We need to really implement policies that reduce greenhouse gas emissions and that create a sustainable future for us and future generations.
Could you mention your main topics developed during the conference?
Yeah, so I largely work in Antarctica, and I work a lot towards trying to protect the oceans around Antarctica. And actually, Chile is leading on some of these efforts of developing large-scale marine protected areas for Antarctica, because Antarctica is changing very rapidly, and we need to do everything we can to try to conserve the environment there.
From your perspective, what are the most concerning issues today?
In Antarctica, so Antarctica is really under a lot of pressures from climate change being the primary one, but also increasing commercial fisheries, especially for Antarctic krill, where we have increasing pressure to fish krill. And krill is actually not feeding people. We're fishing it to create health pills, as well as fish meal to feed livestock and farmed fish. And so there's some tension over how much should we actually fish Antarctica and how much should we actually set it aside. You might see here in Punta Arenas, tourism is increasing dramatically in Antarctica as well. So that's something else we need to better regulate. But we also have pollution and disease like bird flu coming south. But again, we are working to develop protected areas and mitigation measures to try to help with these threats.
What are the strategies for you to work on the protection?
Yeah, so Antarctica is a crazy place in the sense that all agreements are made based on unanimous consensus. So all countries have to agree for policies to pass. And so currently there are protected areas being proposed and other measures, but you have to get every single country to agree. So that's probably the biggest challenge right now.
What message can you say to common people to protect Antarctica?
Yeah, I think the message would be for us to do everything we can in our day-to-day lives and in our cities to reduce global greenhouse gas emissions and to vote in leaders who will take action on this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.